Hello, talking all things triple PD today. And I'm hoping that you've come across this reel because triple PD is something that a lot of people don't know about. What is triple PD? Triple PD is persistent postural perceptual dizziness, and it's a neurological condition. And when I say neurological condition, it's a disorder deep inside the vestibular system inside the brain. And it's triggered by an initial event of something that's happened to your vestibular system. So when triple PD comes along as a secondary condition, people who have this disorder are struggling for years and years and years and a long time without finding a way to relieve their daily symptoms. Now, the daily symptoms are absolutely and unbelievably debilitating. So, to describe triple PD for people who don't know, it's incredibly, as I said, debilitating. You know, your vision's blurred, you're off balance, you've got brain fog, you can't think clearly, you're processing things so slowly, you're off balance, your visual stimuli, everything coming to you is just so overwhelming that you just cannot work out what's going on. Your spatial awareness just absolutely goes out the window. You bump into things, people are just not in your visual field, and you've knocked into somebody, or you've knocked into the fridge, or you've bumped into the corner of the bench, or you're burning your arm, you know, while you're cooking, or all of those things. Your spatial awareness just all of a sudden diminishes. To add fuel to the fire, a lot of people, you know, have trouble, you know, on top of having triple PD, also suffer with vestibular migraine as their original condition, which is obviously, in my case, that be it. But triple PD can be, you know, something that happens to a lot of people. And I've come today to talk about really the anxiety proportion of triple PD. And a lot of people think that anxiety is a mental illness that needs to be given a lot of, you know, medication for, to be cured within the brain as such. But, you know, the more that I think about it, the more that I learn about the body, and the more that I'm delving into trying to help a lot of people with triple PD disorder, is that, you know, anxiety actually is your body's physical response to something that doesn't feel right. So your body is actually firing off, you know, that physical response. The anxiety comes up with inside the body. Sorry, the body, the anxiety comes up deep within inside the body. It literally is, you know, you're basically starting to feel that heartbeat go really quickly, or something actually happens, you know, with the actual, you know, that fight, flight, freeze situation. And then all of a sudden your conscious mind then catches on, oh my God, I'm having an anxiety attack. So something to be very cautious of or wary of, and bringing, you know, a little bit more awareness to triple PD sufferers out there is that, you know, the doctors and all of the neuros and everyone that people seek help with in terms of their triple PD diagnosis is to get their anxiety under control. Well, so if you can separate that your anxiety is actually coming from the body, and it's not a mental disorder as such, then it might just help you to understand that it's a physical response. And you can start to unpack that a little bit. If you need some more clarification, reach out. My email's available. But for people that are listening to this who have difficulties with anxiety, and feel like they need some help with it, reach out as well, because really, if you keep going down the path of anxiety and really not being able to get on top of it, and getting on top of your physical response, believe me, you never ever want to trip your mind and your brain into falling into that next level, that next layer of having a vestibular disorder where you're dealing with a condition such as triple PD. So I'm not here to frighten anybody or to, make anyone sort of, scared or upset, but it's bringing awareness to the condition of a vestibular disorder such as triple PD. You can go and do some research on it, but I'm particularly interested, and my focus is to bring awareness to triple PD and to help anybody who's been suffering from triple PD for years and years and years. I do neurokinesiology. I am basically, diving in, helping anybody who's reaching out to me, and we're doing, some energy work related to triple PD. We're finding where those blocks are for you, and we're working on new neuroplasticity to redirect new pathways in the brain to basically clear those old blocks and negative belief systems and patterns away, so that we can help redirect the healing of your triple PD. So if that all makes sense to you, hope it all sits well, and love to hear from you. Reach out on my email and I'll get back to you. Have a great day. Bye.